Create 4 folder: inline CSS, internal CSS, external CSS, import CSS, and one text file called CSS developer guide also. In the CSS developer guide, we will be making the notes about the CSS, how it works, where to write, how to write, what to write, everything. We'll come to the developer guide file. Open the developer guide file. Under the developer guide file, you can write HTML as collections of predefined tags. The HTML has collections of predefined tags. Predefined tags with limited property and values. HTML has collections of predefined tags. The tag has limited property and value. Suppose if you have a button, inside the button, what are the properties are available? Here, type is there. After that, do you have called color? No. We have called height. Height is there? No. Width is there? No. BG color is there? No. So, how many properties are there? ID we have, type we have, ID we have, class we have, but color is not there. If you want to change the text color inside button, you cannot. If you want to change the height of the button, you cannot. If you want to change the width of the button, you cannot. Background also you cannot change. Through where? Through the HTML. Okay, so the line says on the top, the HTML has collections of predefined tags. That is true only. with limited property and values. There is not unlimited property value. It is a limited property value. If the property value is limited, then it will not fulfill all the requirements. We want button height should be more, button width should be more, button background should be different. So HTML says like, I don't have such features. Have you create the help from someone else? Come to the CSS. It's called as a cascading style set. Cascading style set. Okay, it's called cascading style set. Cascading style set. Full form of CSS is cascading style set. What we have inside the cascading style set? Right there. It has collections of only property and values. Okay, where under the CSS we have only property and values. It has no any kind of tag. Under the CSS we don't have any tag. We have only property and value. HTML says like, I have predefined lot of tags, but there is a lack property and value. Limited property and value. CSS says like, I don't have property. You have property, but I don't have property. I have only property and sorry, I don't have tag. I have only property and value. So what we will do is, we will do like this. When you are going to design a web page, then we are going to design, what we will do is, from HTML, we will take the tags, plus from the CSS, we will take the property and value. Both we can combine together. CSS says like, I don't have tag, no problem, let it be. HTML says like, I don't have property, no problem, let it be. You have tag and he has property value. So we'll take the tag from HTML and property value from the CSS. Combine together and deliver the output. Right? Then it will say without HTML, CSS will work or not. There is no place to work. If the place will be there, then only CSS will go and work. The place itself is not there. The HTML is called a place. If the place will be there, then only CSS will apply. The place is not there, then how CSS will apply? So you can say without HTML, there is no place of CSS. CSS have no any value without HTML. CSS will not show any output without HTML. CSS will come with HTML only in browser. So overall, what this CSS will do? There is some lackness in the HTML, that is a lack of property and values in the HTML. That lack of property and value will be fulfilled by CSS. Okay. So your CSS is going to extend the feature of HTML. It is going to enhance the feature of HTML once the CSS will get applied. Here we are going to write. Now HTML is one side and CSS is another side. So do you have a different type of method to combine both, or only one method is there? If you look into the folder, we have made total 4 folder today. Inline, internal, external, and import. 4 folders we have. When we go here, we can write here type of CSS. How many type of CSS we have? That meaning HTML is one side, CSS is another side. Now both you are going to link together. So what are the techniques here? So we have total 4 type of CSS. We have one is called inline. Second one we have called internal. Third we have called external. And fourth we have called import. Inline, internal, external, and import. Total 4 methods. Inline, internal, external, and import. Total 4 methods. Inline, internal, external, and import. Total 4 method. Now let's go next. Collection of properties and value we have written. Okay, here I have left some space. We can complete this line. It used to change the look and feel of HTML. Okay, it used to change the look and feel of HTML. CSS called cascading style sheet is a collection of property and values. It used to change the look and feel of the HTML. Then how it work? It work like one side we have HTML, another side we have CSS. Both will combine together. After that, to create a web page. Then how many type of CSS we have? How many way we can write the CSS? This is total 4 ways: inline, internal, external, and import. Okay, use wise, inline is almost no. We are not going to use this one much. Okay, internal you can use little. Little in the sense minor, very less. 80%, 90% plus, very less. Here also you can write very less. Usage wise, I can write here something like type usage type and users. Okay, now let's go ahead and see how it works. Very less. Example. Suppose we write a div and close the div. We write a div, close the div. After that, this is inline CSS example. A style will open, a style will close. Inline CSS for division or paragraph, whichever the tag you want to write the CSS, you have to open the style and you have to close the style. After doing that, inside you have to write the property colon value. Suppose height 200 px, width 300 px, background red. Below I will write in explanation before colon is property, after colon is value. Before colon is property, after colon is value. Before colon is called as a property, after colon is called as a value. Semicolon is end of a statement. It required after every value. It required after every value. After every value, you must have to give the semicolon is required. Here. Okay, so what we written. So what is the height? As per the below explanation, before colon is property, after colon is value. Now see here, colon is here, before colon height. So height becomes a property. After colon 200 pixel becomes a value. Semicolon is the end of the statement. So that value get end here. One property value. Another property is start colon again value semicolon. Next property colon value semicolon. Okay. Last semicolon is optional. If you leave this, it will work. But if you leave before any semicolon, if you leave this semicolon, it will not work. Okay. So in HTML, you can see here in HTML for body tag, how you write? You write like this. Suppose for body you have a tag. If you want to change the BG color equal to red. BG color equal to red, we write. So here BG color is a property, equal to is a separator, red is a value. In the term of CSS, what you saw in the place of equal to, at the place of equal to, you saw here called colon. It's called colon. Semicolon is the end one. This one, colon. In the HTML, between property and value separator is equal to, whereas in CSS, between property and value separator is colon. Okay. Semicolon is the end of statement. Here in HTML, you don't have any semicolon. You can write like this also. Something align equal to center. So what we wrote, one property separate, another property separate. There is no need of semicolon or colon or comma anything. But CSS says like after one property, you must have to give the colon and value, and after value you have to give the semicolon. End of the statement. Okay, now we need to create the example and understand the list of properties and values. So I will write here list of property and values. Hello. Tell me, sir. No, sir. Okay, so hope we written. After that, the first property we are going to follow the height. Second property we are going to follow the width. Third property we are going to follow the background. Three property. First example. So under the inline CSS folder, we are going to create the example. It is not in use, but it's best for learning purpose. Today time we'll spend under the inline only to understand how the property value work and what are the property and what are the values. Under the inline CSS folder, create a file example1.html. Example1.html under the inline CSS folder. Example 1.html under the inline CSS folder. Example 1.html. Example 1.html under inline CSS folder. Go inside file, HTML body we can follow directly, and under the body you will follow a div tag, and you will write here a style equal to, you will write a style equal to height of the division 200 pixel, width of the division 300 pixel, background of the division red color, and sequence 200 by 300. In the red background, one division will appear. By 300 one division appear. So look like this. Height is 200 and the width is 300. One division. In that division, suppose if I cut the CSS, then no value of HTML. And if you cut the HTML, then CSS is helpless. See. So CSS will work with HTML. Without HTML, it is not going to say anything. Come down. Copy the same division. Paste after this. Give for this height maybe 100, width maybe 400, background some different color. Or for both width you can reduce 200 by 200. One is 200 height, another one is only 1 pixel, 100 pixel height. When we run the page, two are coming, red and green, but both are printing in the no same line. Same line means it's going to the next line vertically. Okay, it is going to the next line. It is printing in the next line. Why it print in the next line? Because division is a block level element. It will not come in the same line. Look at here. Width we are given 200. Here also width we are given 200. If the red block will take 200, remaining this green 200 is lot of space here in the right hand side. It may come here. But division says like you have limit my width to 200 only, that is okay, but my scope is 100%. Scope in the sense area, simple you can say. Scope, we have something called local scope and global scope. Local scope says within the area, global scope says everywhere. Okay, local variable, global variable. Local variable within the area, global variable throughout the project. So block level element says my scope is 100%. So if you give the width also, that much will be visible. Remaining space belong to me only. So no one can come here. So what will happen? Next division will never come in the same line. Next division will go to the new line. Instead of division, if you write any tag, like suppose let me go here and keep a next tag called P also. Write a P tag. P tag open, P tag close. Give color as a yellow color. Yellow color. So height, width, let it be, change the color yellow. Now you save it and check once. Paragraph will also appear in the same line or next line. Paragraph will not appear in the same line. It will go to the next line. Some gap is coming, that is because of margin. We have a property called margin with a paragraph by default. So because of that, gap has come here. Now requirement is division, both the division plus next paragraph all should print in the same line. So forcefully with the help of CSS, you have to change the property of HTML from block to inline. Then only division will come in the same line, else it will go to the new line. Come to the developer guide. Hope looking similar for everyone. Yes, no, you can reply. Are you able to create 3 blocks? Three blocks is coming. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next, see the height. You cannot write only height. If you write only height, suppose you have written here height is 100 px, height 100 px, width 200 px. Example, if I go under this paragraph and a user, suppose one user has entered the less data, second user has entered the more data. Now let me run this file, how it is happening. This our content is fitting properly. Next, a user came and he entered the bulk data. Now you will see it will go outside. Content went out. Height you have given, width you have given, but height we says only and only 100 pixel, not less than that and not more than that. Width we said 200, not less than that and not more than that. If the content is less also occupy same area, content is more also occupy the same area. So what will happen is your content will go out if it is more. So we have different type of property. It's unlimited property in the CSS. Height you are going to write using 3 methods. Width you are going to write using 4 methods. Background, we are going to write 10, 8, 10 plus, 10 plus methods. Okay, 9 methods nearly. So come to the developer guide. Height we have written. We will be learning. In few example, we will implement using 3 methods. Width we have written. We will implement using 4 methods. Background we have written. We will be using total through 9 methods. Sometimes you will see the background as a photo. Sometimes you will see background as a text. Background is a multiple color combination, red, green, blue. Sometimes you will see background is a red, something single color. Sometimes background will be combination of 2, 3 color. So those all are the part of background only. Okay. Now next is next is next we need to see a property called float property. Float property. Using float property, we can convert from block to inline. So division is coming, CSS is getting apply, is okay. But in front of us, next scenario came call, like if you want to design a page, if you want to design a page, something like this. If you want to design a page, something like this, one division here, one division here, one division is here, and one division here, and one more division here, and one division here. So how many blocks? So many blocks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. In that you can see these 2 blocks are coming side by side. These 2 blocks are coming side by side. This block is covering full width. This is also covering full width. But remaining middle 2 are the different. Both are coming as a side by side. Correct? So you saw here when you have written 2 division, both are going to the new line. When you follow maybe 2 paragraph, both will go to the new line. Not ready to come in the same line. Our requirement says it should come in the same line. So we have some property in CSS. Using that, we can change the behavior of HTML tag from block to inline and inline to block. Okay. So maybe in the large monitor, it will look like this. When you open in the laptop, your page will look like this. So in that case, these 2 divisions are coming line by line, side by side. So it's called as a inline. Here it is coming side by side. It's called as a inline. This is covering full width, called as a block. This is covering full width, called as a block. Now same page, if anyone will open in the mobile phone, what should be the look? One division should be in the top, second division should be here, third division should be here, fourth division should be here, fifth division should be here, sixth division should be here, seventh division should be here. It should convert like this. Where? In the mobile phone. So you saw in some devices, laptop is coming as a inline. Behavior is inline. But in the mobile phone, the behavior is as a block. So it will not happen automatically. HTML tag is there. HTML tag says, yes, I am here. I have some certain nature. I will behave like this. CSS says like, no problem. You be there only. According to need, I'll change you. If the mobile device is mobile, then I'll make you block. If the device is laptop, I'll make you as a inline. Okay. So if automatically, according to user device, you will start fitting properly. Okay. Go next now. So you will create a file called example2.html. Right, next file. Okay, so we'll go there, example2.html file. That example2.html file. follow the body tag and follow the two division tag. We can write one line on the top also. H1 CSS float exam. CSS float example. CSS float example. Right here, style equal to height. Suppose 150 pixel, width 200 pixel, background red color, and keep one more background green color. Red and green two division. Run the file. Two block will come one by one. Same structure. Now apply the property called float. Float float colon left. Here also apply float colon left. Property and value both are predefined. Float colon left. Both are coming the same line. Float left will help you to come in the same line. But from where? From left or right? It start from left side. It start from left side. So in interview, people will ask, what is the float? You will not answer directly because float you have in JavaScript also, float you have in the CSS also. So one place one place under the CSS float meaning is different. Under the JavaScript float meaning is different. So when if anyone asks what is the float, then we can ask you are asking in the JavaScript or CSS. The float from the JavaScript or float from CSS. In case he say from the CSS, then we can say float is the property. It will change the element behavior from block to inline. Okay, float is the property in CSS. It change the behavior of element from the block to inline. It has two value. The first value is called left, second value is called right. So when we follow the left, you can see your element is getting rearranged from the LTR, left to right. Correct? It is coming from left to right. Starting from left, going towards right. First one is the red color. So red is the first, second is the green. In case if you want to print the content from right side, or if you want to rearrange the content from right side, you will follow the value called right. Instead of float left, you will follow as a right. Float left, float right. Save this and check once. For both you write as a right. For both you keep as a float right. For both you keep float left. And then see how is the direction. Float right, where it is going? It is printing from the right side. See, the first was red, it went to where? Right. Second was green, came as a second. When you write float left, your first element will first division will be first division only. Second division will be second division. When you write as a float right, then what will happen? The first division will become first division, where in the right hand side. Second division will become second division from the right side. See, first is a red, second is green. See, first is red here, second is green. So the position of the element will get changed. It will start printing from the right hand side. Suppose when you wrote here 1 and here you wrote as a 2. 2. Now what will be the output? First will be 1 in the right side. Second will be 2. In right side 1 and here for a 2. RTL, right to left. When we say here call float as a left. Float as a left. Now what will happen? 1 will be first only, 2 will be second itself, but it will start from left side. See, coming from the left side. So if you are creating a application for Muslim brothers, those people who start reading from right side. Muslim statement will start from right side, no? So in that case, what
Yeah, that's right.
we have to do like float right. So that content start from where? Right side. Correct. That is called RTL. And some content we print from the left side. That is called LTR. Right? So many projects you will find in the future according to user geolocation, the content alignment will get changed. If suppose some person open the same website from, we can say, non-Gulf country, then it will start from content will print from the left side. Same website someone open from the Gulf country, correct? Those people who have the habit to read from right side. So what will happen? The contents will start from right side, correct? Maybe some project will come in the future. There, if the people open from India or maybe non-Gulf country, the content should come in English. If the people open from the Gulf country, those people who read only Urdu, for them the content should come in Urdu. So if the Urdu, then it should print from right side. If the English, then print from the left side. Project may remain same, CSS will get changed. Through internal some functionality, we can change the content from English to Urdu, from Urdu to English. Depend. I have created one website in 14 languages. 14 language. 14 language. 14, 14, 1 4. one website in 14 languages. Okay, we created a dictionary. In that, we need to take the content, and the people was from the 14 country, 14 languages people. So English material will go to them, they will convert into their language. They will give that content we need to store under the dictionary. And then once the person will open the website, we need to check what is your lat long. So using lat long will identify this belong to where. So if belong to there, then that content. If belong to here, then this content. Okay. Without Google translators. Without Google Translator. In that one language was Chinese also. It was looking like something. One word, 20, 30 legs. For one word, multiple, it will look like you can add an entire sentence is written in one word. Chinese character. Chinese. Hmm. Okay, let's go ahead. So we understood float left and right, what it will do. Float left and right will help you to convert the content, to align the content either from left or from the right. Float left will help us to print from the left side. Float right will help us to print from the right side. Overall, it will help you to change the from the block to inline, not from inline to block. Only one way, from the block to inline. We have another property that work in both the way, inline to block, block to inline. But this will help you to convert only from the block to inline, block to inline. Let's go here. Height width you can remember, maybe float you can forget, you can write it, a small line definition here. Float. What is do? It converts from block level element to inline element. It converts from block level element to inline element. It has two values. One is called left, another one is called right. Left. It align from left to right. Left to right. Left to right. Float right. It align from right to left. Okay, it align from left to right, it align from right to left. And combinedly both, it convert from block level element to inline element. Okay, copy written. Let's go ahead. Write the next property called margin. Margin. Suppose between two division, we want to give some space. Between two division, we want to give some space. Then margin property will help us. We have a property called margin. We have a property called margin. What is the purpose of that? It used to apply a space outside of container. outside of element. Element in the sense your tag. Container also will represent your call tag only. It used to apply the space outside of element, or you can say between two element. Between two element. It used to apply the space outside of element or between two element. Now let's write how many type of margin we have. So we have one margin colon auto. Margin colon auto. Margin colon auto. It used to apply the space outside of element or between two element. And say margin auto. Margin auto. Margin auto. It align the element in center of present area. Center of present area. Suppose you are going to create a division inside the body. You are creating a division inside the body, and if you write margin auto, you are creating a division inside the body, and if you write margin auto, then what will happen is margin auto will bring the division in the center of a screen. We'll create one example. Example 3.html. Create next file. Example 3.html. Written example 3.html. Come to the example 3.html file. This is the notes of margin. Let me share in the chat as well. Okay, so under the this file HTML open close, follow the body tag, inside follow a H1 tag. Keep inside CSS margin example. Margin example. CSS margin example. Now come inside, write a div. For this division, write a style as a follow here, height maybe 100 px. Keep the width also 200 px. Background also any color. Check this division coming in the left, right, or center by default. By default, where it is going to come. By default, all the tags of HTML start from the left side. So this division also will print in the left side only by default. The CSS margin example. So it is coming in the left hand side. Now in that you add a property called margin auto. Margin colon auto and save it and check once where it is going. Margin colon auto. Appear in the middle of the screen. Margin auto. Margin colon auto will bring the division in the center of a screen. Center of a screen or somewhere else. Center of the screen. That is because of which property? Margin auto property. You resize your screen and check once. Maybe you can click on restore button and do little small and big. Resize that like this and check once. Always in the center. If you open in any device, the division will come in the center. That is called margin auto. Now, if you remember, till date, whichever the website you have opened, okay, till date, whichever the website you have opened in the laptop, every website will appear in the center of your screen. Have you recognized or not? Have you ever open any website in your system? See where it appears. It will appear exactly in the center of the screen. Which website will open? Let me open some website. First inquiry is ours only. It open. Open or not open? 80%. Look at here. This content, middle block, or maybe go to some other page, any page. If you go here, this block is covering full width. Leave that. Come to this middle section. You can see there is the equal space in the left and equal space in the right also. Coming down, in this section, in this here only you can identify easily. Whichever the space we have here in the right side, exact similar space we have in the left hand side. This is the full width. This is also full width all the area, but middle section it says like it's based on margin auto. So if you open in your laptop also, you will find the equal space in the left and equal space in the right. Suppose in our page what we did, we have written here width as a 200. It's taking only 200. Let's come and convert into 90%. You can also change the 90% in your system, 80%. Check the width, change the width as 80%. 80%.
It's taking 80% of the page.
80% checking.
Yeah.
Let me go here and see. 80% cover here. Let me minimize this window a little. A small size. Here. Now also 80%. If I increase little, then also 80%. Then also 80%. Then also 80%. Full width also 80%. So 80% is covering because we are given the 80% here width. Okay. But it is coming always in the center. Why it is coming in the center? Because of this property. Margin auto. Okay. So the page I have opened, in that also the middle block was leaving equal space in the left, equal space in the right. In our page also you can see 80% is being covered by the division plus remaining 20%. In that 20%, half in the left and half in the right. Equal space in the left, equal space in the right. So that is taken care by this property, margin column auto. Total given width, total area minus width. Total width, total area is how much? 100%. 100% minus 80%. Remaining space divided by half. Divided by 2, half in the left and half in the right. Total width minus given width. Total width is 100%. Given width is 80%. So total width minus given width. Available width divided by 2. Half in the left, half in the right. That way the margin property works. So total area is 100% minus 80%. Remaining space is 20% divided by 2. 10% in the left, 10% in the right. Any monitor you open, it will become equal.
Sir, a question.
Tell me.
Under margin property, can we change it to center, left, or any other options?
We have other property for that.
Okay. So this will remain same. It should be auto. It cannot be changed.
Margin auto is for auto purpose. Margin, we have some other property. Let's come to the developer.
Okay.
Okay. Developer guide right next. Margin colon 30 pixel. What it will do? It apply 30 px gap from all side. Now what is that all side? Is called top, left, right, and bottom. Top, left, right, and bottom. That is called all side. Top, left, right, bottom. So ready? Next, after that, this is from all the side. Suppose one division want to leave 50 pixel, top, left, right, bottom, we can use this property. Margin certain number. You can write percentage also. In case if you want a specific, only from the top side, then we can write margin hyphen top, certain number. Margin hyphen bottom, certain number. margin hyphen left certain number, margin hyphen right. So how many ways we can apply the space? 6 ways. Six way we can apply the space. I have not sent you any task yesterday. I got something urgent work in the evening, went to hospital with someone, came late. By then it was very 12 o'clock plus. Then I have not sent it. Today I'll send some assignment. Assignment plus study video also. Okay, so let's create a file, another file, or maybe example 3 we can add here some more. Come down below. So hope we added how many property? Total 6 property. These all are for the positive number. If one division want to leave from the left side 30 pixel, then we can write margin left 30. If one division want to leave from the top 30, then we can write margin top 30. It will work in minus also. Margin left minus 30 pixel. Suppose if you write margin left minus 30 pixel, so suppose a division was supposed to start from the X position. X position. You are saying minus 30 pixel. So what will happen? It will go inside the X 30 pixel and from there it will start. Sure. So that is called minus. So this 4 you can write, copy and paste here. And you can write minus also. Minus, minus, minus and minus. This 6 is for the positive number and 4 you have for the negative number also. Sometimes we want one division should overlap on another division. Correct? We have a division in the left side and we have a division in the right side. Now right side division should overlap half on the left side division. So what do you have to do? You have to say for the second division you have to say this way. Suppose one division is here and one division is here. If you say margin left 10 pixel, then this gap will come. This gap will come 10 pixel. Same scenario. This is the division. And this here should be another division. We say minus left 10 pixel. So it will start from here. This division, second division, if you say my margin left 10 pixel, then there will be gap between both. After X division, it has to leave some space, then it will start. If you are saying minus left, margin left minus 30 pixels. So X is ending somewhere. So where X is ending, from there go inside 30 pixel and start from there. Okay. So what will happen there? It will happen like your division will feel like, okay, it's overlapping. So that we can achieve through this property. Property name is called margin only, left, right, top, bottom itself. But instead of only number, you have to write as a minus. So where it was supposed to start, it will not start from there. It will go inside and from there it will start. Okay. Next, after that, go to this file, example 3 only, and write some division inside. Div style equal to height of that, height of the division, height of the division 200 pixel, width of the division 200 pixel, background of the division orange color, and margin of the division 40 pixel. And again float colon left. Float colon left. So we are saying a division has to take height 200, width also 200, background should be orange color, and margin should be 40 pixels. So margin 40 pixels is like this division will live in the left, right, top, bottom of how much? 40 pixels. And we added the float left also. So float left what will do? Float left will forcefully, it will say start from left side. And if anyone is coming after you, just let him to adjust in the right hand side. So suppose copy this division and just paste after this. Yeah, okay. And orange is one, let it be this also as a orange itself, and see. One division is coming one after other or not with the same property and value. The gap between two will be 40 plus 40, 80 px. Okay, so now division is fitting one after other. See, coming here between two division, how much gap? Not 40. 40 is the gap here. Between green and orange, you have the gap of 40. But between two orange, you have the gap of 80. Our theory says margin 40 pixel in the sense it is going to live in the left, in the right, in the top, in the bottom. How much? 40, 40. So first division is leaving the 40. Second division is also leaving 40. So 40 plus 40, it will become as a 80. Okay, now create one more division, similar 3, 4 division you copy paste and check all divisions are coming like tiles or not. One after other, one after other, it should come and it will get rearranged automatically after one division to second will come. If a space will be there, third will come, no space, it will go to the next line. Hope added, how many division? 6, 7, and check once. Look like this. My screen is small, so 3 only coming. In your screen, maybe 5 or 6 will come. But between two division, there will be gap of 80 pixel always. 40 of first and 40 of second. For the last division I have, in the last division, I will give margin left, margin hyphen left, margin hyphen left, margin hyphen left, margin hyphen left. The first division, the second last division is already leaving 40 pixel. Correct? Second last division is already leaving 40 pixel. For this, if we'll say margin left 0 pixel, then what will be the gap?
40.
Left will be 40. That is not the gap of the last division. That is the gap of second last. Second last is giving the 40. Now, if you want like this, margin 50 minus, and it should convert into green color. how many pixel will be overlap in the left hand side? How many pixel will be overlap in the left hand side? Total 50 again. Already second last division is leaving 40. 40 minus 50 minus 40, remaining will be 10. So hope the 10 pixel should overlap in the first division. You have to increase the height here to identify. Increase the height to 250 somewhere and then check. Increase the height to 250 and then check. Equal height will not identify where it is starting. If height will be more, then we'll start. Oh, it's overlapping. Oh, height not increase, or height decrease. Hold on, decrease the height. Keep it 150. Decrease the height. If we increase, then inside one will get cover. Will not identify. The height of the last will be less. Let us check now. Overlapping is happening. How much? 10 pixels. So that minus property is working. Overall, wanted to understand minus property will work or not. Okay, so minus property is working. Okay, then we'll go for the next example. So come to the developer guide, write in that another property called padding. Padding. What it will do, just against of your margin. It used to apply a space. It used to apply a space inside of container. Container in the sense element HTML tag. It used to apply a space inside of container. HTML, if you remember, TD has a property called cell spacing. No, table has a property called cell spacing and cell padding. Cell spacing will give the space between two cells. Cell padding will give the space inside the cell. Inside the TSTD, cell space will come from the cell padding. Here, that same thing, cell padding only. We have 5 types here. Under the CSS, we have 5 types. Under the HTML, we have only 1 type. That is called cell padding. Equal gap from all the sides. CSS says like you can apply the gap using 5 types. Bootstrap says like don't worry. There is a 25 types. Okay, here 5 types plus in Bootstrap we have 25 types. The margin, how many types you written? 6 types. Bootstrap has 25 types. Margin is 25 types and padding is of 25 types. Without writing a single line of CSS, we can adjust a space from all the side according to need. How much you want, either outside or inside. Right there, padding. Padding. Okay, padding. Suppose if you write 20 px, any number you can write here. Suppose 20 px if you write, what it will do? It apply 20 px gap from where? All side. But you can write inside container. Inside container, not outside container. Okay, next we can write here one property called padding hyphen top. Padding top, suppose 20 px, it will give the gap only from top side. Padding hyphen bottom 20 px, it will give the space only from bottom side. Padding hyphen left 20 px, it will give a space only from the left side. Padding hyphen right, it will 20 px, it will give the space from where? Right side is it 20 px. Let's create a file example 4.html. Example core.html. HTML body, write a division, not division, paragraph we write better. Inside paragraph, write some equal text, 2-3 line. First paragraph, second paragraph, and third paragraph. 3 paragraphs. So how many paragraph? 3 paragraph. If you run the page, it will go one after other. That is the default nature of HTML tag. Now we want to control this paragraph using CSS. So apply here a style. Keep margin also somewhere 20-30 pixel, and background also. Maybe red color. Put the same property all 3 places. Three paragraph on equal gap. Okay. So any gap is there inside? Outside the paragraph we have some gap. Outside the paragraph we have some gap. Okay, better apply float left also. Float left and width 200 px. With all the property, apply float left, width 200 px. Hope written now. Coming one after other. See, look like this. Between 2 paragraph, you can see a space is there. That is due to margin. Between 2 paragraphs, some space is coming. That is because of margin. But inside the paragraph, you can see the content is not leaving any gap from any side. Correct? Our definition of padding says padding used to apply the space inside of a content. So we'll go for the first division and we'll apply here padding. Or first division, let it be no padding. Go for second division. Apply the padding here somewhere 30 px. For second division, apply the padding as in how much? 30 px. Padding 30 px. Padding 30 px. You will see a space will get applied. This is called padding. And this is called without padding. So we are given only padding. So it's giving equal gap from all the side. Your container will get resized because the space will get applied inside. Okay. Next, after that, go for the last division. Right inside padding hyphen top. Padding top 30 px. See, a space will apply only from the top side. Padding top 30 px. See now, padding top. Oh, maybe I have not saved the file. Padding. Now, what is the difference between margin and padding? Margin apply a space outside. Margin apply a space outside. Padding apply a space inside. Okay. Again, we'll see you tomorrow.